Our camera lens trained on one man. He's been in terrific form as evidenced by 4 goals in 3 games. Stay with us. Hi everyone, it is an absolutely splendid day for football and we're looking forward to the game. I'm Derek Ray in the commentary position and I'm joined for expert analysis by my partner Stuart Robson. I'm looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It's Port Vale versus Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
Baumgartner. It's a good Wolves move in the making. Oh, a lovely ball. The pressure was on the keeper following the threaded pass. Oh, here is the lineup for the hosts today. Jan Sommer is the goalkeeper. David Alaba plays alongside Stefan de Vrij in central defence. And the tactical configuration has 2 players in attack from the very outset. Just not testing the keeper at all with that cross. A change to the scoreline at the Etihad, I believe. Alex Scott.
It's a goal from Manchester City. They've scored the opener here with 6 minutes played.
Many thanks as ever, Alex. Well, the hosts have been playing some really eye-catching football, going way beyond what most people expected before the season began, Stuart.
Well, they're in a Champions League spot at the moment, and good luck to them. They've surprised everybody with the quality of their football. They just now need to keep it going.
Mikola Shaparenko. Now with Diego Carlos. Dangerous looking attack. And he's in. Chance maybe. Well, threat over for now.
Well, you have to think they're going to take the lead at some point, because they're really looking dangerous at the moment.
And intercepting it. Well, it can be an absolute joy watching Christian Pulisic in action. Stuart, what do you think we might see from him in this game?
Well, he's been in fine form in the league, as you can see from those stats. And it's going to be a real test for that back line to keep him quiet. If they switch off, even for a minute, they'll be punished.
Mikola Shaparenko. Baumgartner. An important interception. Pulisic. And into the clutches of the goalkeeper. Aholu. Emil Forsberg. It's Wolves' turn now. Isak. And it's Kim Min-jae. And delivered into the box. Not away completely. Well, they can keep possession of it now. Carreira. Matty Cash. And looking towards the back post. Well, fantastic reflex action from the goalkeeper.
Well, just listen to these fans. They're urging their team to score here and take the lead.
And the problem not completely solved. Forsberg. And crossed in the direction of the back post. And he did so well to move across and deal with the danger. Let's see about the delivery. The fist of the goalkeeper. Well, a bad touch like that usually will mean giving the ball away. Well, they're on the scent of something positive. Can he get them in front? And a goal! Now they've broken through. 1-0 here.
Well, as the replay shows us, this is the way to beat tight marking. Just look how he turns with the ball. That's a fantastic goal, you have to say.
And Wolves get us moving again. Certainly a swift response required after the setback. Oh, great play. And a chance to level it. Oh, excellent diving stop. Corner kick played in. Can they slot it home? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, that's just a wonderful save. How did he stop that?
Trying to deliver it accurately. Oh, the keeper made it look routine. It was anything but. Oh, another corner kick conceded. Let's see what they do this time. It didn't happen for them. And there it is, the half-time whistle. And the second half is underway with Wolves behind. Can they turn this match around? Oh, that pass easy on the eye. Well, the decision is offside, and he's bound to be a bit disappointed.
Well, he's actually made his run before his teammate had control of the ball, and that's why it's offside.
Mikola Shaparenko. Nelson Semedo has it. Decent position for Wolves to be in, but quick thinking defensively. There's been so much speculation in terms of whether the transfer would go ahead, but it will go ahead, Stuart.
Well, they've got a real bargain here. He's such a good player, and he brings so much to this team. This is a really great deal for the club.
And in the perfect position to read it. Corner to Wolves, what can they do with it? So a personnel change then. And over comes the corner. Oh, and heading it just over the top. Right, news coming through of a goal in the Spurs game, and Alex Scott will tell us about it.
Yeah, it's a goal for Spurs. You could see he knew what he wanted to do as he stepped up to take that free kick, because it was executed.
And it might be. Oh, tremendous block. And the referee has given the corner, so maybe scope here for them to add to their lead. Great chance to make it a brace, but the keeper had his say.
Well, he has to get a second goal soon. He's been brilliant today.
Well, Christian Pulisic, as he often does, catching the eye in the first half. What did you make of his performance? Oh, good save. And they will make the change now. And he's fired over the corner. Well, he couldn't quite keep the header down. Goal kick. "30 minutes left for play. Splendid tackle and a throw-in coming up. Well, unfortunately, we had to interrupt Alex just then. To clarify, Spurs found the net in that game. They now lead by 1-0. That's the kind of shielding play you expect from him. Lost possession. And they need to get tighter here. Going about his defensive business with a minimum of fuss.
Well, there you can see it. The hosts haven't been able to control possession, but when they have had it, they've looked so dangerous.
Oh, sorry, Stuart, look at this. Oh, wonderful save.
Well, he reacts so quickly there. That's a great save.
So the corner played into the box. Fractionally over the top. Forget about the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. Live coverage here on EA TV. It's Port Vale taking on Leicester City.
Well, only 16 teams left, so that game will be fiercely competitive. Really looking forward to it.
And he takes on the shot. Oh, great block. Mikola Shaparenko. Well, he could really get at the opposition. Could play it in. Andre Silva. Here's Forsberg now. Andre Silva. Good bit of pressing. How can they turn one of these attacks into a goal? Just 10 minutes to go. And the counter looks on here. Options available. Well, possibilities in the centre. Disappointing cross and gobbled up by the keeper. On the cusp of the final whistle, and they're making home advantage count, but only just. Stuart, your thoughts?
Well, it's going to be a nervy end to this game, but if they do hold on, I think they've deserved their win. They've played really well, and they've played some good attacking football.
And caught by the keeper. Just not looking confident in possession. And the emphasis is on creativity. Well, that takes the wind out of their sails. Great defending. And continues his run. So a goal kick is what's coming up here. And the substitution will occur now. The pass could do damage. Keeper getting the touch. In it goes at the second time of asking, but the goalkeeper won't be proud of that moment.
Well, when you look at this again, there's two things wrong defensively about this. First of all, the goalkeeper should not be parrying it into a dangerous area, and the defenders have to be sharper to get to the knockdown. It's not good defending all round.
So 2-0 now. And there it is, the final whistle. And the fans will be leaving the stadium with smiles on their faces.
Well, Derek, they were better than their opponents in all aspects of the game. They defended well enough, they dominated midfield, and they created chances as well. It was a great performance.
Well, he really stood out, didn't he, Emil Forsberg? Not for the first time either. Stuart, he turned on the style, didn't he?
Well, of course, his finishing could have been better today, but he scored one and made a lot of chances for himself. I thought he was outstanding.
Some questions regarding the match. Thanks very much.
Our cameras on one man. 3 goals in 3 games, a nightmare for opposing defenders. This is EA TV. Hello, our action comes to you from the English Midlands, from the King Power Stadium. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And we have action to bring you from the round of 16 in the Carabao Cup. It's Leicester City, and they face Port Vale.
Well, Derek, when you get to this stage of the tournament, 90 minutes away from a place in the last 8, you can expect a game full of passion, endeavour and a large amount of skill. Hopefully we're not disappointed.
Well, he always has to be regarded as a dangerous opponent, so what should we expect to see from him in this game, Stuart?
Well, his recent form speaks for itself. 3 goals in the last 3 games, and he's playing with great confidence at the moment. Every chance he could add to that tally today.
Great.
Well, here's how Leicester City will line up.
Well, in this shape, if their wide players stay high up the pitch and get enough of the ball, it's a very attacking lineup. But if they drop too deep, they will then leave the centre-forward isolated, and it could be difficult for them.
Thank you, King Power Stadium. Enjoy the game.
And they kick off here. William Carvalho. This is Amarte. They might be able to get in now. What a big chance that was. Keeper has the ball. Pulisic. That's how to rob them of possession. A really committed challenge, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Mitchell. Eduardo Camavinga. Great pressure to win the ball back. Well, he's thwarted him almost effortlessly. Godfrey. Andre Silva. And he's in. He takes aim. Well, the keeper had a lot of ground to cover. Splendid save. And there's the delivery. He succeeds in clearing it. Plenty of options. And taking it away. Camavinga. Excellent passing. Well, let's call it a meaty effort, but certainly not accurate enough.
Can Lucy Davis, that's Lucy Davis, please come to reception.
De Paul. Andre Silva. That's how to blunt the edge of the opposing attack. And that puts them in position. Maxence Lacroix. A fine reading of the situation. Decent progress with the ball at his feet. Brilliant save. Leo Dubois. He got a good palm on it. Well, he's gone back to give the free kick, the referee here. He tried to play advantage, but it didn't accrue. William Carvalho. Camavinga. Promising attack, this. Passing it around, looking for the goal that would put them ahead. Squanders the chance for 1-0.
Well, that's a big miss. They should be leading now.
Leo Dubois. And Smodix has it. Dubois. It's with William Carvalho. Ricardo Pereira. Well, he likes to run at them. And players waiting in the centre. Harvey Barnes. And couldn't keep himself onside. That is that for the first half here. Underway then in the second half. And the two teams matching each other just about stride for stride. Smodics. Now De Paul. And he read it well defensively. Not at all problematic for the goalkeeper. Well, we always enjoy bringing you live action on EA TV and Premier League action coming up. It's Leicester City taking on Liverpool. And it's a quality pass. Dubois. Now De Paul. Can he finish? And a goal! 1-0 it is. They've been pushing for the opener, and now they have it.
Well, just look at this again. Great technique, good accuracy, and enough power to beat the keeper. That's an excellent goal.
So the action underway again, and certainly the onus is on Leicester to come up with a reply here.
As you can see, the visitors have had much less of the ball, but when they have had it, they've looked so dangerous, particularly when they press high up the field, win the ball back in those areas, and then counter-attack quickly.
William Carvalho. Well, we're into the final half hour. And don't forget, we have more Premier League action coming up for you on EA TV. It's Port Vale taking on Blackburn Rovers. It needs an accurate cross. Takes aim! And just missing the target.
Well, they're at least making chances. Now they need to be more clinical.
They will now make use of their substitutes bench. Leo Dubois. Smodics here. Effective looking pass. Oh, he's given us away inexplicably. Tremendous block. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? Taking care of business defensively here. An important interception. Pulisic. Options in the centre. And Pulisic has it. Superb block. Foul there. Free kick. Awarded. Well, they have been getting 3 substitutes warmed up, and by the look of it, all 3 are coming on. Well, they did have the ball, but not anymore. Emil Forsberg. Well, he needed to read it to get there, and did.
Well, what a brilliant atmosphere we've got here. These Leicester fans deserve an equaliser, that's for sure.
On the ball in an attacking position, but they've got to do something positive quickly. Martial. William Carvalho. And this might not be the ideal situation for them. And a goal to level it up late on here. Just look at the reaction.
Well, just look at the setup here. It's such a clever backheel, but there's still plenty to do from here. He hits it so well, though. Lots of pace, lots of power, and the keeper just can't react in time. It's a great strike.
Rodrigo Javier de Paul. And that was a very fine read. Well, he's lost it. And a goal at this stage could be decisive, but it fizzles out thanks to that piece of defending.
Well, Leicester have to score soon. Time is running out, but these fans can sense a winner coming.
And the electronic board delivers the news. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Kukçu. Accurate pass upon accurate pass. It looks promising. It always had the potential. And now it is all about the penalty shootout. And the keeper denies them from the spot. Mental preparation is such a big part of this. And the keeper taking care of the situation. And that is when you need your goalkeeper. Can he convert? Oh, he saved it! He had to score, and he does. Can he keep his cool? And just like that, he's come up with the save. Goalkeeper beaten from the spot. You want a pressure cooker, this is it. He must score. And confidently converted. And now a heaven-sent opportunity to win the match. And he's denied them from the spot. He saved it to make certain of their presence in the next round.
Well, the pressure was on the taker here, but it's still a very good save at such a key moment. No wonder he's pleased with himself.
Time for a few quick questions. Thanks, that's all the questions we have for you.
The man to watch. What a fabulous start to the season for him. Does he have more goals in his future? Stay with us. Good evening on what is, I regret to have to report, a pretty unpleasant night. The rain has been lashing down here. I'm your match commentator Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player Stuart Robson. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Blackburn Rovers, and they face Port Vale.
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
This is how the visitors will set up today. Jan Sommer is the goalkeeper. David Alaba plays alongside Stefan de Vrij in central defence. And it's two strikers up front who will look to provide the goal-scoring threat. Good-looking cross. Taking care of business defensively here. Well, it can be an absolute joy watching Christian Pulisic in action. Stuart, what do you think we might see from him in this game?
Well, he's certainly on fire at the moment. He looks fit, he looks sharp, and he's full of confidence. He's just been too hot to handle, and I fully expect him to score again today and eventually break that record.
And he takes it away.
If there's John Scott in the stadium, can you please make yourself known to the nearest steward? Thank you.
And threading it forward. And a goal! 1-0. And what a fast start they've made to this game.
Well, as we see it again, he was never going to miss that, was he? That's a really simple finish in the end.
One 0 then. And back with Carreira. Oh, breezing past him. In it goes! 2 goals in rapid-fire fashion and looking very comfortable here.
Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder, and the finish is just as good. That's an excellent goal.
Well, a second goal for them here. Torunariga. Lincoln. Has a go. Can they keep it out? Well, threat averted. Smodics.
Well, that was a magnificent save.
And the flag has been raised here. Well, there can't have been a lot in that. Unable to keep the ball that time. And Pulisic has it. Must score! Oh, he's only gone and scored! Christian Pulisic!
Well, here's the goal again, and what a wonderfully weighted pass this is. And then what a finish. That's been hit with such power and pace. The keeper has no time to react. It's a brilliant strike.
This is looking rather comfortable for them. 3-0. They could really get at the opposition, but ultimately up a cul-de-sac.
Well, as you can see, the visitors have had most of the ball, and as a result have dominated the game. Some of their passing movements have been a joy to watch, and I don't think anything's going to change that.
Terrific block. Travis. Pressing high to win the ball. Pulisic. And teammates to play it to. Oh, surely. A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a brilliant turn to buy himself that bit of space. And then, of course, the finish. That's a great bit of play in the box.
Well, this is threatening to get out of hand. Just look at the scoreline. Nyambe. Slipshod passing. Well, on the cusp of the half-time interval, and I think it's fair to say they're enjoying this away day. Stuart, what have you made of what you've seen?
Well, when they play like this, they're such a good team to watch. Their passing, movement and finishing have been of the highest quality. If they continue to play at this pace for the rest of the game, who knows how many they could score.
Tohuna Riga. Nyambe. Well, the perfect tackle, really. And now a throw-in. Lincoln. Just not looking confident in possession. Gomez. Magnificent read, fine tackle, Stefan de Vrij. Could be a chance to break here. And it looked like open road for them, but up a dead end. Wharton. Lincoln. Good pressure high up the pitch. Pretty comfortable piece of defending. Lincoln. And dispossessed. And that puts them in position. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance.
Well, as you can see here, it all starts with a perfectly weighted ball in behind the defenders. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
So that is that. The first 45 minutes have come and gone, and it's the visitors on top. As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far, and now the second half is underway. Rodrigo Javier de Paul. Here's Matty Cash. Smodics. On the ball, Aholu. Gives it a go. Oh, burying them beneath an avalanche of goals. No let up here.
Well, here's the replay, and it's a really good bit of play. Watch how he turns his marker and then has the composure to finish. That's a top-class goal.
Well, it's an out-and-out pasting. 6-0. A good and fair challenge. Pulisic. Well, he had a decent reading of that ball in. Aholu takes the shot. Able to get a body in the way. And now they have the ball back. This might be the perfect counter-attacking opportunity. Dani Gomez. Well, real difficulty keeping the ball. Aina. Good-looking ball. There could be a chance now. And still an opportunity. And the keeper has denied him.
Well, I've got to say, Derek,
A glorious chance. Well, what can we say? All's well that ends well.
well, he's just about recovered the situation. That could have been very embarrassing.
Well, delighted to say, more Premier League action coming up for you here on EA TV. It's Blackburn Rovers facing Southampton. Might be able to set up the chance. Well, technically offside, but not by a lot.
Well, that's so tight, isn't it? But on this occasion, he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt.
And a substitution in the offing. Pulisic. And throwing himself at the ball.
Substitution for Blackburn Rovers. Coming off the pitch. Number 2, Ryan.
And over comes the corner.
Onto the pitch.
What a genuine opportunity, but it was squandered. Goal kick. Dani Gomez. Deserves credit for winning the ball back. And don't forget, we have more Premier League action coming up for you on EA TV. It's Port Vale taking on Blackburn Rovers.
And what a game that will be. Two good teams in a great stadium. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Lincoln. Good-looking sequence. Sound piece of goalkeeping. Well, they haven't overcome all the difficulties. 15 minutes left for play. Lincoln. For Mario Barro. Well, he really read that brilliantly. Crossing possibilities. Spot on with that tackle. De Paul. De Vrij. This is Alaba. Well, the final whistle approaching, and this has certainly been an away day to remember. Stuart, your assessment?
Well, the result has never really been in doubt, has it? They've created so many chances with some brilliant attacking play. I think they've looked an outstanding team today.
Can he put it away? Oh, it was a crucial challenge. And so into the final 5 minutes. This looks interesting. Well, only just wide of the post. So a personnel change then. Well, that'll be a free kick. A gift for any goalkeeper. Dangerous ball. It's still alive. That's great goalkeeping.
Well, what a save that is. He was so alert there.
Lincoln. Well, there goes the final whistle, and it's all gone to plan for the visiting fans. 3 points for them.
You're absolutely right, Derek. Their attacking play was excellent, full of energy and pace, and the midfield completely dominated the game. It was a great all-round performance.
And back with Carreira.